check it's done any of the stuff it was supposed to do. Oh, poor thought, she smells sweetheart. Yeah, cool. It's done that bit at least. Hey, Tids. It is indeed Friday. Terrifying thought, eh? Please excuse me a minute, because my Stream Deck has decided it doesn't want to post tweets today. So I've got to do my go live tweet manually. Your bench been having a time. Mood. Big mood. Hey Cypher, how you doing? And I hope what's going off with you Tids settles down so that you're having less of a time soon. 'Cause that shit gets tiring super fast, speaking from experience. Okay. Please excuse the horrible dog lip-smacking noises in the background, by the way. Porthos has literally just been fed and has decided that the best place to be is right underneath my chair, making as much noise as possible and being generally smelly. There we go. Go live tweet posted. The old-fashioned way. God, this is a track I've not heard in a bit. Gotta love technology. Right, now I've just got to do the other bit of going live. Copy link. Did I press record? I did record. Good. At least I remember to do something. Sorted. God, that were hard work. Oh, here we go. Oh, bloody hell. Hello, Rocket. Hello, Grox. Hello, Torpor. And hello, Mr. Mouse. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. Okay. I'm just gonna bring us to the main screen. Before we do any more work on our squig friend here, I have something I desperately need to do. I took my Null Noil with me to my friend's house on Wednesday, and it has leaked, in spite of being closed, on everything. It's doing it now, look. It's all caught in the back there. So I'm going to drop a bottle it. Hey, Lizzie, how you doing? Now, I've got plenty of Nulns, so it's not like a major issue or anything. It's just all of my blue paints for my Night Lords are sticky. Serves me right. I transport things to my friend's house in a sandwich bag. But because my hobby case is buried under all of my streaming setup, so I can't take it with me easily. Oh, God. But I hate these bottles so much. So we're just gonna, because it's a shade, it just goes straight in. It's not like paint that you have to thin it and stuff first. You just tip it. GM finished. Pics of Green Boy incoming. Awesome. Congrats on completing your GM. And I will look forward to seeing the pictures. Hey, Podlord, how you doing? Bring your oil around to your friends. Indeed. we were all gonna work on Warhammer, but instead we ended up watching The Legend of Vox Machina, which, for those that don't know, is the animated Critical Role Campaign 1 story. And as somebody who has seen a very small amount of Critical Role and enjoyed it, but was daunted by the amount of stuff that needed to be watched to like be up to date, I'm really enjoying it. It's very well animated. It's animated by Titmouse, who did Venture Brothers. I think they did some Archer. I might be wrong there. Metalocalypse and a bunch of other Adult Swim stuff. It's voice acted by the voice actors who are in Critical Role and a bunch of other people who are like top tier voice actors. I think it might be the same animators as Invincible as well, Rocket, yeah. Hey Buff, hey Kian, how you doing? Happy Friday. There we go. 1 leak-proof bottle of Null Oil. That were easy, wasn't it? And now I'm not going to end up with oily hands all the time. Be finishing off Khan tonight. Awesome. Yes, the Friday night music is playing. That means it's Friday night officially. We are waltzing into the weekend. I hope you've all had a decent week. I know some of you have been having a tough time of it lately. I hope that stops soon so that you can just have good times. We want good times this year. Only good times. Come on then, Porthos. Oh, you bastard! Ouch! He tried really hard to climb up on me without, you know, doing the in-between steps there and just sort of bounced off of my leg. Oh, it really hurt. Like, I'm having a lot of problems with my legs at the minute. They're very sore all the time. Hi, baby. Oh my god, you stink. You smell like you just climbed out of the sea. I gave you a bath at the weekend. Why do you smell like the ocean? Him stinky. Oh, thank you for the scritches for Porthos. I'm not giving him treats because he's not long since eaten. So he'll get treats later, but for now he just gets scritches. Legs do a lot. They really do, Podlord. Like, until you've suffered with indescribable leg pain on a near constant basis, you don't realise just how much stuff your legs are doing all the time. But the second that, you know, they make you aware of their existence. But yeah, anyway, oh god, there's Null Oil all over my bloody desk. Ugh. I can't win, can I? It's either dog spit or Null Oil. I'm always sticky on these streams. Ugh. Gross. Anyway. Been imagining my Cyberpunk OC as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist. Oh my god, that's awesome. The Keytar would be their dual desk. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Nope. Gotta fix that first. I'll be, exclamation mark wrong song, Pudlord. We'll take that out of the queue. I will be back in a second. I've gotta fuck about with my fringe because it's annoying me. There we go. That's better. All one word, Pudlord. Okay. Right, where were we? I can see again now. And I've not got, like, this weird bunching happening at the top of the headphones, which is what was going on there, and it was driving me mad because I could feel it. Have you seen my models recently? Finally getting the hang of enamels. Really, Lizzie? No, I'd not know. This week has been a thing. So for those that aren't aware of what's gone off this week, I had the week off. And on Tuesday, I had a last-minute job interview for a job that I'd already interviewed for twice land in my inbox, which is why I had to finish my stream early. And then on Wednesday, I got offered the job. And yesterday I handed in my notice at my current job. And today was my first day back in the office after like a week off. So you can imagine how that went. So I've not been doing much outside of going, work things for the last few days. Like I wasn't particularly present during Uncooperative Thursday yesterday because I was filling out all of the paperwork to prove I was an actual human being, which is difficult when you've legally changed your name in the last 12 months. But yeah, so I will take a look, but at the moment I've not seen them, but I'm sure they're fab. I have seen some of your other stuff that you've done and it looks so good. Okay. What's up, Porthos? Do you want to, like, adjust yourself so you're more comfortable? Nope, you just want to, like, burp in my face. Cool, cool. I suppose that's the thing. Okay, before we do any highlights and stuff... thanks, Mr. Mouse. And Torpor for suggesting it. You shit. Is it really one of my streams if chat aren't taking the things I say out of context and making them filthy? What am I going to do with you lot, eh? Okay, so before I get on with doing highlights and stuff like that on the fungoid friend themselves, I'm going to start on the ground, on the base, with a little bit of dryad bark. And I'm using the character brush for this. So it's like a mid-size brush. I've got a bigger one, but I don't want to get too close to fungus friend. Because then I'll have to repaint the black. And the less repainting I have to do, the better. Thanks, Tids. I have pizza. What kind of pizza do you have, Cypher? Tell me about the sustenance disc. Oh god, what's Tids up to? Like that's either be right back 1 minute, I have something I need to do, or it's be right back 1 minute, I'm up to no good. And I'm never sure which one it's gonna be.
Hello there.
Hang on a minute. This is the Lion King Broadway soundtrack according to that. This is a song from The Lion King too. None there? Blood time. Oh no. One has olive, spinach and pesto. The other has meat. Ooh. The olive, spinach and pesto one sounds good. I mean, so does like a meat pizza, but spot a lupin, lovely. But yeah, I quite like veggie pizzas. They always have interesting combinations. They add this song into the Simba Remember Who You Are part. They also add it into the Post-Elephant Graveyard Mufasa Simba talk. Really, Podlord? I mean, it's a great song. And I'm glad that it's not sort of relegated to the bargain bin, as it were, as that's what happens to most Disney sequels. I really liked The Lion King too. I thought it was a very good film. They did a few sequels like that I think were actually very, very good. And I think they all, as well, did the whole parents trying to be better than their parents were and fucking it up terribly thing. Because the other one I'm thinking of is The Little Mermaid 2. Welcome back, Tids. Not One of Us was amazing. The whole soundtrack for the second one is actually really, really good. Related news, I have now nearly everything for my old school Space Marine Army project. The rest is on the way. Awesome! But I realised today I'm missing another missile launcher Marine again because I bought too many normal Marines and have to have them as another tactical squad. Oh no! Oh shucks, another tactical squad. Whatever shall you do? Such a shame. Such a shame. Was The Lion King 2 the one with the lion war? Well, yes, I think it was. It was the one with Simba and Scar's kids? Is it Scar's kid?
Hello there.
Hey, Charonix, how you doing?
Hello there.
Hey, Soul, how you doing? You know, I still haven't quite got used to the fact that I don't have the camera blocking any of my view anymore. It's really nice. Porthos, you best not be doing what I think you're doing over there. 'Cause that felt like you were licking my chair. Oh, you sweet baby. Come here. Let's bring the camera down a little bit so people can see you being fucking adorable. He was headbutting my arm in a please cuddle me kind of way. You may be smelly, but I'll still give you a kiss every now and then. Not anywhere near your tongue, though, because you'll lick me. I don't want your smelly bum face all over mine. No. So Simba has a cousin. Indeed, Kian. I've got a question for you. Oh, go on then, Charonix. Hey, Hans, how you doing? Your new nose spray. Oh, painful. I'm sorry to hear that, Hans. Yeah. Any kind of citrus or mint on an open wound is just not a fun time. I know, it's terrible. My plans are all ruined. Ruined! But the hunt for Missile Launcher Marine has already begun. Awesome. Best of luck with the hunt for Missile Marine. Oh, thank you for the scritches for Porthos, Hans. And I think I'm caught up now. Doing fine and mighty, just pondering how to actually do a swamp base, bit of still water and a whole lot of damp earth, methinks. I would agree with that, Sol. If you've got an ink or something that you can tint the water effect with, that will work really nicely, because swamp water tends to be kind of inconsistently murky. You could maybe even, if you've got some very fine flock, you could put some flock over a little bit of it and maybe paint it with a darker green, so you've got like algae floating on the water. Would be very swampy. Depends on the size of the base, really, doesn't it? But some ideas that I had for a swamp-based mini I have, which I have yet to be brave enough to do. That's a Kingdom Death one as well. It's one of the bigger ones, which is why I've not been brave enough to do it yet, because look at this. Look at this. Look, if you want to get on me lap, get on me lap. Come on. It's okay. Try not to headbutt the camera, though. There you go. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh, you big baby. You'd think he didn't spend the entire night on my lap. Because he does, for the record. He sleeps on my legs. You're barely out of physical contact with me these days, dog. Miss Armory is a great name for like an IP. It is, isn't it? That'd be fun. Oh no, Mr. Mouse has angered Tech Squig again. Somehow. There's a reason why the parcel was addressed as it was. Yes, and that gave me a good giggle, that did. We had one the other day addressed to Porthos's emotional support humans, which made me laugh. I am forgiven! Unfortunately, Khan's gonna have to wait on his special base treatment, but I'll get his texture base tonight. Awesome, Lizzie! So yeah, my resignation was accepted today. My last day at my current job is in about a month's time. Then I'm starting my new job. Scary. I'm very excited, but I'm nervous too. May try another Mario Kart run or two on Sunday. Awesome, Hands. I will, as long as I am able to, be there to cheer you on. I've got a couple of things I need to do myself this weekend. My little race with DMAC is not going well. He's kicking my arse. And because I've had so much paperwork to deal with the last few days, I have not had time to practice. So I need to get some practice in. So I'm just painting the skulls that are on the base with some skeleton bone that was on the palette from the last squig I painted. And it's already thinned out, but because it's been sat on the palette for a bit, it's gone a little clumpy, which is why I'm adding water to it. Take a bit off the brush. There we go. No, Cypher. We're not breaking D-Max thumbs. I'm having a lot of fun racing against him. Like, I didn't think I would, but it turns out I actually quite enjoy it. If I'm gonna win, I want to win fair and square. Well, none of this Cobra Kai bullshit here, okay? Yeah, that's a really good plan, Hans. I mean, if you're doing it in the evening, I probably won't be able to stick around for the whole thing, because I will have to go to bed at a reasonable time on Sunday. Ready for week 1 of the month from hell in terms of the amount of work I'm going to have to do. So what you're saying is if D-Mac gets a crowbar and 2 friends as well, then it's a go. Yeah, then it's fair. Then it's fair. Though I still don't condone violence against my competitor. If nothing else, because it's a friendly race. Okie dokie, Pudlord, you take care. Thank you for popping your head in, and thank you for popping some music into the jukebox as well. I'll probably end up having to repaint some of the ground doing this, but oh well, it's fine. Oops, yeah, like that bit. What if we cuddled him so he missed the event? You'd have to hold on to him and never let go, Soul, because we're doing it sort of on and off. Like, he'll do a run and send me a screenshot of his time. I'll do a run, send him a screenshot of my time. So it's not like a specific event. We're just sort of racing in our downtime. Hey up, D-Mac, we were just talking about you. How you doing, mate? Writing is still hard. It is hard, but it's also rewarding, isn't it, Kian? Okie dokie, Mr. Mouse, you take care. Hello, Kenk, how you doing? And every time somebody goes, good, like that, I immediately think of Good Morning Vietnam. Like, that will always just live rent-free in my head. Robin Williams was a treasure. In many ways. What I'm hearing is that people are lining up to be D-Max Porthos. I suppose so, Torpor. Why, who, when, what did I do? I was just saying to people that you are completely kicking my arse in our DuckTales race. And that thanks to my other commitments over the last couple of days, I've not had a lot of time to practice, so that's probably not going to change anytime soon. My name's Simba Mufasa-san, Mighty King, love it. Second Lion King movie is quite American. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Mr. Mouse. I'm not keeping up with chat particularly well tonight. Still kind of fuzzy. So, yeah, sorry about that. Exactly, Lizzie. Beautiful. Yeah, so when there was a suggestion of violence to secure a positive outcome in the race for me, I said that I didn't condone that, because it's a friendly race, and it was suggested that you could be cuddled to be stopped from being able to participate, and I said that if somebody was going to try and cuddle you to stop you from entering the race, they'd be holding on to you and never letting go. And here we are. And yeah, I will be, eventually, D-Mac. But I'm never going to beat you. I am perfectly confident of that. And that's fine. Sometimes it's not about the winning. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, it's never about the winning. It's about the taking part. I'm having fun. That's what matters. Friendly violence, to be clear. If we go off lethality, the hippo would be king. Very true. Yeah, the Bard's song, put in by Soul of Lemon. Thank you very much, Soul. They are indeed hands. Sticking with that one, ID Mac. I mean, I'm only a little miffed. I always preferred Cell. Like, Axel is a genuinely scary character, and I like that. In that case, who's Raditz? That would be really cool, Hans. You never know. Maybe one day. Oh, I'm gonna need a smaller brush for this bit, because I got some limbs to avoid. And some tiny little mushrooms to avoid. Thank you, Cypher. Love this song. Well, I love this track. There we go. Walk. Nice one, Kian. Let's bring that down a little bit. Okay, so that's... Oh, was that intentional? Did you folks, like, coordinate this? Bravo! Bravo! Such a lovely bit of music, though. Just giving that skull a little brush massage. The happy song, it is, yeah. This was completely on accident. Wow! You folks have got skills. Oh my god. I just had a thought and I'm going to share it with you all. And, well, we'll see how it goes from there. So this is my favourite piece of music from the Lord of the Rings films, yeah? Always makes me happy when I hear it. If somebody did, like a synth version of this, or a chiptune version of this, and called it Concerning Hobbies, that would make me very happy. That would be my fucking theme tune. On kazoo. Oh my god, on kazoo would be amazing. I mean, not very me, but amazing nonetheless. I bet somebody's done it on those chickens, haven't they? You know, the screaming rubber chickens? Nice one, Hans. Perfect. Oh. Good choice, Cypher. Oh. Hot damn. Well done, everybody. It can indeed, Tids. This bot is surprisingly smart. I'm weirdly obsessed with War of the Worlds. There is nothing weird about it, Cypher. War of the Worlds is fucking amazing. As somebody that did an entire podcast episode about the War of the Worlds, it came in at like an hour long as well after I'd edited it. So yeah, you're in the right place. And I actually have a fun story about this exact track. So, Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds, musical adaptation of H.G. Wells's The War of the Worlds book. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kian. I grew up listening to this. My mum and dad were massive Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds fans. I don't know if either one of them was the sort of source of that fandom, but I know my mum for a while obsessively listened to this album. And as a result, I knew all the words to every fucking song when I was doing my GCSEs. And during my GCSE music exam, they played a piece of music and you had to talk about the way the music was composed. And the piece that we got for our exam was this. And I got very excited and was the only person in my entire music class who knew what it was, and I had to sit there and behave myself whilst the piece of music was playing. Oh no. You're not spooking me now, are you? Go on. We should get back to the War of the Worlds game. I've watched the 50s version of the film multiple times as a kid. The 50s version is really good, I like it. And the BBC adaptation, the miniseries, is really good. The Tom Cruise movie is alright as long as you've not read the book and can remove the two things from each other if you have. Oh, good looking Dead by Daylight. D-Mac. I've watched some of the TV series. You can get walking tour maps in Woking where you can stand and see places from the book. There's also, on Horsell Common, there's an actual little plaque commemorating the landing of the Martians, which is really cool. I would love to go and see that at some point. The Orson Welles, not H.G. Wells, Wells spelt differently, radio play, radio drama is really fucking good too. the whole thing around there... Oh, whatever. I don't care. It's a place. Has a statue of one of the tripods in the town centre. Really? So, the Orson Welles radio drama. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here whilst I'm painting these little mushrooms. 'Cause that was what my podcast episode was mostly about. I'm gonna clean my brush first. So, there was this whole thing about when it came out. You enjoy your lurk, Tids. Thank you for putting music in the jukebox and doing your nerd herding. Oh, they're both just like horrendously goopy. They're not gonna take water very well. So there was a whole thing about when the radio drama first aired, supposedly people in America, because it was an Americanized adaptation, believed that the more rural parts of... Oh God, where was it? The part of America where it was set... I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's been over a year since I did the research, so this is all just stuff I remember off the top of my head at this point. But yeah, there was this whole thing about how supposedly the folks in the more rural part of the States where this was set genuinely believed that it was a news broadcast and that there was an invasion happening. And, you know, there was supposedly mass hysteria and, hey, Hibby, how you doing?
Hello there.
People fleeing. I am indeed, Hibby. People fleeing from the state in question. And it's bullshit. There were 2 reported incidents relating to people thinking there were UFOs. And hey Kyle, how you doing? So there were 2 reported incidents at the time. One of them was a group of farmers firing at a water tower because they thought it was a UFO. And I can't remember what the other one was off the top of my head, but they... there's so very little evidence to back up these claims. And Orson Welles and the production studio behind the radio play got into so much trouble over these supposed incidents with no evidence whatsoever to back up the claims that were being made. It was really fascinating, and it's a wonderful example of what's called a moral panic. I'm originally from rural Oklahoma. I 100% believe the War of the Worlds scare actually happened. I remember when I was young, we literally all piled into a pickup truck, armed mind you, because of some lights we saw in the sky. Spotlights from a mall that had grand opening about 15 to 20 miles away. Bloody hell, wow. Rural US is a weird, weird place. Grover's Mill, New Jersey. Thank you very much, Torpor. There we go, Grover's Mill. There were so few reports, and Like, there's been studies into the amount of police reports and things like that, and the call-outs at the time that the radio play was airing, and not only did they not change at all, but the number of people listening to the audio drama when it aired on that occasion was really small, because they aired it over a really popular radio slot that was on another channel. So a lot of people were listening to that instead. But exactly, Mr. Mouse, and that was why I was talking about it on my podcast. Because if you look at what happened with the Orson Welles radio War of the Worlds radio drama, after the fact, they actually put in some regulations around how things could be presented and the kind of like warnings you had to put at the beginning of radio dramas. And you look at that and then you compare it, and I know this will be a sore subject for some people, but you compare it to what happened with the Columbine massacre. And I know that sounds strange, but because of the things that the two lads involved in that were interested in, there was this big push towards sort of othering people who were already outside. You know, people that enjoyed playing Doom, people that enjoyed Marilyn Manson and heavy metal and things like that, that wore trench coats. And there was this massive moral panic around basically the kind of people I hung out with as a teenager because of what happened. It's really, really interesting to see the way that media is used to cause that kind of panic. It's fascinating stuff. It's fucking terrible, but it's fascinating. And the most interesting thing about it, as far as I'm concerned, is that if you read the original H.G. Wells War of the Worlds book, one of the most important parts of that is that the media in the book capitalise on people's fear of what's going on and the lack of information that's available, and they whip them into a frenzy and a panic. Funny that, isn't it? It's really interesting stuff. I love stuff like that. Like, the examination of the human condition is kind of my thing. It's part of the reason I'm so interested in cryptids, because there's no evidence of them, but people are so drawn to them. Sandara, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Sex and Fear Cell. Quite amazing. Exactly so. Human psychology is endlessly fascinating. It really is. It really is. The reasons why we do the weird shit we do will always intrigue me. H.G. Wells worked through issues as he wrote War of the Worlds. Yeah, he did. Interesting fellow in his own right as well. Very interesting background. Sorry, are you doing the Necron Space Marine step by step? So cool, you get a bunch of lore each week, different models, different paints. No, I'm not, Stan. I don't collect Space Marines or Necrons, really. I'm primarily focused on squigs at the moment, but I also have a slowly growing Night Lords army. Can confirm I'm doing a degree in it. Yeah, my degree was in criminology, so I went down a very specific psychology path there. Mainly the neighbours he couldn't stand. Oh yeah, that was the same with Tolkien had an ongoing row with his neighbours. Apparently wasn't particularly fond of C.S. Lewis either. Ave Dominus Nox, indeed. Thank you very much. What model is this? This is a squig from the Mologs Mob set, which came out 2019, I think. Oh, Stan, really? Give me a moment. How best to do this, I wonder. I think this might work best. Let's hope. Oh. You see all of the minis on that shelf? All squigs. All squigs. I am missing one squig from the 80s Tyrannid squig run. And then I have all of those. These are mostly Old Hammer. I am only just starting to build up my newer squig collection because I've been really focused on trying to get all the Old Hammer ones first. Where's my special friend? Now, folks that have been here before will have seen this little guy a number of times, but I need to show this off for the folks that haven't met him before. This is Nebel. He is the first ever squig. Hey guys, how you doing? The first ever squig. And yeah, a lot of the more recent ones. He is, isn't he? He's so small. I'm very much looking forward to painting him. He's from 1984, I think? 83, maybe? He's made of tin. I think it's tin. But yeah, he's one of the old Warhammer minis. A lot of the newer ones, you're right, they're very, very samey. They're all sort of the same shape. Squigs are my favourite. I have become a little bit of a squig historian over the last year or so. I think they're really fun, really whimsical. Yeah, the jukebox today has been great, hasn't it? Thank you, everybody that's put such cool music in. Oh, hey Lynn. Unfortunately, I have Master Grade 2021 Gundam Virtue. Awesome! Congratulations! Gosh. 67 wide box. Massive rear grade Xeon box is only 40. Wow! That's huge! Nice one, Lynn. I hope you have lots of fun building it. Can't be built. I mean, there isn't too much. Yeah, so a lot of the newer ones are quite samey, but the best thing about them, as far as I'm concerned, is that you can do a lot with them. There is a lot of modification available there, if you see what I mean. And obviously you've got the odd one like this from the more recent stuff that are very, very unique. But in terms of modification, I gave this big friend wings. Because I wanted them to be a flying squig. Which is perfectly reasonable within the lore. There are all sorts of different kinds of squig within the lore. It's just they only tend to make one shape of squig. I mean, you used to get fellas like this. This is a third-party one, but you used to be able to get squig hounds back in the 80s, the 90s. I love the fact that in Rogue Trader squigs were originally Tyranids. Yeah, me too. It's a squig story, so to speak. Indeed, Torpor. Yeah. So they were originally Tyramid experiments that were, from what I understand, gene splice. So they took like orc DNA and gene spliced it with Tyranids to make the Tyranid squigs. And they're really interesting little things. Wells was an anti-colonial socialist. Tolkien was not. Right, have I missed anything? Doing okay watching Murder Mountain on Netflix. Befitting the dark and gloomy day here. Oh gosh, sounds interesting. I'll have to take a look. Be a lead tin mix. Yeah, more than likely Cypher. Perfect Grade Psycho Gundam. Oof. I live in fear of them putting lead back in paint, as Hobby and like half a dozen artists I know would lem themselves to death within a week. Yep, that's accurate. Anyone know a good starter Gundam? Oh, that's a really good question. The first Gunpla kit I ever built was... No, I'm going to go with the second one, because the first one was... I got overexcited and built something huge and complicated. But a really good starting one, and it may sound like I'm making a joke here, Beginning Gundam, from the Gunpla Builders OVA. It's a 1/4/4 scale kit. It's not got too many complicated parts, and I put mine together in a couple of hours, I think, on Christmas Day, a few years back. But any 1/4/4 kit should be fine as a starter kit. Going to apologise in advance for one of the songs I added, the Emmy Chase one. It may be loud and is intended for a stressful chase. It's fine, Hans. Hope Gaglad is cool in the Rings of Power thing. Me too, Buff. As you may have guessed, I've paused the scroll on chat so I can catch up on all the things I missed while I was getting excited about squigs. The Newsonology book mentions a variety of squigs. I posted pictures on the Discord when I got the book. Awesome, Hans, I'll take a look. I may have missed them. No, I didn't actually. I remember seeing them. I think I liked them all. My favourite is probably Skitarii or Necrons. My brother's favourite is Tyranids. I love bigger models though, like the Slaughter Beast and the Red Demon. Main thing I like about squigs, to be honest, is their lore. Yeah, same, Stan. So the reason I love them is because their lore is so fun, so fascinating, so silly. I think 40k has gotten a little bit too serious over the last few years, when it's nice to have that fun silliness injected in, and I think orcs and particularly squigs really do that. Oh, that sounds really interesting, guys. I will definitely have to watch that. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. No, I definitely saw them, Hans. It's fine. Too serious translates to up its own arse. Yeah, a little bit, Torpor. I'm guessing DMAC put this in. Yeah, he did. Good choice, mate. This is a irritatingly catchy song. Yeah, so I love squigs for their lore and for the fact that I can basically paint them however the fuck I like, and nobody can really go, oh, but that's not accurate. And I'm a big fan of the concept of Old Zogwart's Curse, which is why you'll see TechSquig talking about Old Zogwart's Curse every now and then, because I actually have a channel point redemption or a bits or donation redemption for folks to be able to choose how I paint one of my many squigs. In fact, this one that I'm painting right now is a Old Hogwarts Curse Redemption. For anyone that doesn't know what the sweet fuck I'm talking about, because it's not part of the rules anymore, Old Hogwarts Curse is something from an older version of Warhammer, where a very powerful weird boy could turn yours or your opponent's, depending on which side you're on, pieces into squigs. And I have jokingly said in the past that if they brought it back, I would make myself an Old Hogwarts Curse army, and I'd have like at least one squig done up. Does it have to be mine? Thank you for the hydrate there, Mum. Also, hello, Mum. Thank you very much for being subscribed for 21 months, Mum. What the sweet fuck got a chuckle out of me. I'm glad I can amuse Hibby. My brother told me when he started in 2nd edition, you played Orc Storm Boys, you had to throw scatter dice to see if they jump and where they jump, because they hadn't any controls on the rockets on their back. That's wicked. I love that. What do the last 2 redeemables do? So, feed me is a sound command, if that's what you're asking. And I don't know what the one before that was. Can confirm. Yeah, it's the orc stuff was really fun, from what I've heard. But yeah, I was gonna do like if they ever brought Old Hogwarts Curse back, I would have at least one squig that was painted up like each other. Old Hogwarts Curse and the Uwu. So Old Hogwarts Curse gives you the opportunity to basically specify how I paint one of my squigs. So that could be like you want one done after a particular character or person. It could be that you want me to paint it up like a flag. So this is one that I did the other week. I was given the task of turning a Sharkticon from Transformers into a squig, and I wanted this squig anyway, so I got this squig and then I painted it in Sharkticon colours. Oh, and seeing as you're here at the minute, Geist, this was an Old Hogwarts Curse request from Geistertans for Wib, and Wib chose Sharkticon, so Uno Sharkticon. I've also got this little fellow, Grimlock no Bozo, Grimlock King. I can't do the Grimlock voice. This is one that Rustbot asked for, which is a tabby slime from Slime Rancher, but a squig. So I actually covered it in UV resin so that it's got that slimy look. Squigticon. Turned out great. I'm glad you like it, guys. But yeah. So that's what Old Hogwarts Curse does. And Uwu, people keep trying to get me to say things in the Uwu voice, and I don't like using it. So I said, you can have it as a channel point redemption. If you redeem a certain amount of channel points, I will read something in the Uwu voice. I do reserve the right to say no to specific things that you want me to say, though, because I'm not... There are some things that I will just not say. You know, I'm not cool with, like, not safe for work stuff and stuff like that. What about the Mothman comments? That was a very different situation, and I would not do those in an Uwu voice, no. I was asked by a friend to do the Thirsty Mothman comments, and I said, look, if you're going to make me say something like that, I'm going to lean into it properly. I'm not going to spoil your content by being stuffy about it. But that was somebody else's content, not mine. I did have fun doing the whole bonnet ripper thing. Almost done posting photos soon of this lad. Awesome, Lizzie. I look forward to seeing them. So yeah, on the old Zogwarts curse mechanic, I'd have like a little laminated card with a picture of the squig on. Did the vibing thing actually work then? Because I've had so many problems with vibing just not playing ball. Welcome back, Tids. I'm also from England, Stan, but I have a really weird hybrid accent. If I was going to get you or anyone to do uwu, it'd have to be some angsty or pompous nonsense. Yeah, I'd be down with that. Enjoy your lurk, Mr. Mouse. Take care. Anywhere near Leeds? No, I am... unfortunately, I'm stuck in the Midlands at the minute. Though, considering recent events, hopefully not for long. Yes! Yes! Thank you, Hans, for putting this into the jukebox. Like Snipe doing the Warhammer 40k intro. Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that is... I'm totally up for that. Just... Compared to a lot of us, you are definitely close to Leeds. Yeah, fair. On the plus side, lucky you, you're not near Leeds. I don't know. Leeds isn't all bad. World Eater Squig. Yeah, exactly, Lizzie. I would have a World Eater Squig if Old Zogwarts Curse was still a thing within the meta of 40k. Like, I can't even do an all squig army, which just makes me sad. Yeah, it's close to Huddersfield, that's a good point. Well done, Tids. Well done. Okay, so we've got the little caps on our mushrooms. Oh, my purple paint's still good. 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 How good, though? Not good enough. Need to water it down a bit. There we go. Look at that. Okay. I live in Leeds, and to be honest, it's awful. Ah, fair. Please make Lizzie a World Eater Squig. Can do, Torpor. Thank you very much for redeeming Old Zogwarts Curse. At some point, I will sort out with my trigger fire thing the proper notification for redeeming Old Zogwarts Curse through it. I still haven't done it. I was supposed to do a load of stream like admin stuff this week in my downtime, and the job stuff has just completely taken over my life. Okay. World Eater squig for Torpor / Lizzie. It's on the list. I miss Denver. Oh, Hibby. A benefit of not being English, my country does not contain Leeds. I'm sure you've got your own version of Leeds, though. And I'll say this much, you may not like Leeds, but at least you're not in London. Hey, Panda! Drive by Prime sub, I hunger and need to go chill. Well, thank you very much for the Bezos bucks, Panda. You enjoy your food and you go have a lovely relaxing evening. Happy Friday, friend. I miss Georgetown, which is west of Denver. Oh, okay.
Come here, fuckboy.
No, this is the video for the music that's playing, which appears to be a little animation of Gandalf sitting by the fire. Because this is a very nice little 8-bit version of Concerning Hobbits from The Lord of the Rings. Though that reminds me, another thing I was supposed to be doing this week was having another crack at the Analondo boss in Dark Souls. Because I really need to get back to that and try and fucking finish it. Neandelf with his catnip. Oh my god. It does look a bit like Sieg, doesn't it? I like him. He's sweet. I like how he just laughs about everything. So chill. Oh no, we're all gonna die. Whatever. Ha! Happy little onion friend. Yeah, I thought as much. I missed a little bit of the mushroom cap. And now, the same piece of music again. Go for it, Tids. If it's the one I think it is, then that is perfectly fine. Because it's a special stream. If it's the one I think it is. Turns out it doesn't account for dupes. Yeah, apparently not. It's on a never-ending loop. I mean, I'd be okay with that. Thanks, Hans. Hans just casually dropping my least favourite Monster Hunter World fight theme tune into the jukebox. Basil, no. The amount of times that monster has completely ruined a perfectly good hunt for me. Like, oh, I'm doing really well. This is great. I'm actually gonna survive this hunt. And then Basil turns up. Kezo is a very unsettling monster to look at, but at least it doesn't turn up out of nowhere and fuck up your hunt. But Basil and Pickle, that's, oh fuck, I've forgotten what Pickle's actually called now. I've called it Pickle so many times. Kezu does not carpet bomb you for shits and giggles. No, exactly. Devil Joe, thank you, Hans. Yeah, so Basil and Basil Goose, Basil Juice, however you want to say it, Basil Goose, and Devil Joe turn up in the middle of hunts. Like, completely unrelated hunts. They're not on the map, and then they're just like, "Sup, bitches? I see you brought a chew toy." And they will kill you. Like, the amount of times I've been hunting something that is perfectly easy for me to defeat or capture on my own, and Pickle or Basil's turned up and just carted me 3 times in a row. I've not done anything to it, it just decides that, you know, it wants to ruin my day. Yeah. But Basil's the worst for it because it's a flyer, and as Hans put it, it carpet bombs you for shits and giggles. Yeah, so today is Rustbot's birthday, and they're doing a birthday stream with guest hosts. So I thought that was starting later than it is, so what we will do is we will raid their stream tonight, 'cause it's a birthday and we want to show them support, because they are always in chat. Here it comes, gets napalmed. Awesome, thank you, Lizzie. I'll take a look after the stream. Imagine the fun of Monster Hunter try when you can be on a hunt and then Kurapeko decides to summon Pickle and proceed to buff it. No, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Like, World was my first Monster Hunter game. But yeah, Devil Joe is a really interesting monster in Monster Hunter, because it's the silliest looking thing. The reason people call it Pickle, for anybody that's never seen a Devil Joe before, is because it looks like a pickled gherkin, but with teeth and tiny little Tyrannosaurus arms. And you look at it and you go, look at that silly looking thing. And then it picks up a monster 3 times its size and smashes it about a little bit, and the other monster runs away crying. And suddenly it's not so funny anymore. Pickle is a scary bastard. Okay, I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I need the Psycho. Because I've got a really tiny bit there that I want to put purple paint on, and I don't want to get purple paint on the skull. My Psycho has been used so much that it almost doesn't say Psycho anymore. In fact, it kind of looks like it just says The Psych. And this is why I love it. Teeny tiny brush. It's really good for precision work and for people like me that are quite shaky. This brush is excellent. It's great. I love it. There was a point last year when folks in chat were joking about the fact that I was using it all the time for literally everything, which is fair, because I was. And then Snipe said that they'd picked up a Psycho brush earlier this year, I think. Oh, and I stopped whatever it was I was doing at the time to go, you mentioned my favourite brush. I'm here now. Let's talk about the Psycho. It's such a great little brush, and like, I am quite shaky tonight, so it's rather handy. There we go. Awesome. I will take a look momentarily, Lizzie. Well, I say momentarily, when the stream is over, which will be soon. How much are they? Okay, so I think mine cost me a couple of quid. But obviously, depending on where you live, it might be different, because I think Army Painter are a UK company. And also, if you buy them from certain stores, there might be a bit of a markup on them, you know, that kind of thing. There's so much Lord of the Rings music in chat tonight. I love it. Love it. Okay. I'm also going to use it for the undersides of these caps that I've missed. Really, there are 5 now. Bloody hell. I think mine was like £2 something, or maybe £3.10, or you know, some small amount above £3 at most. Because as you folks may already have guessed, I tend to prefer the cheap stuff, because this hobby can get quite expensive. And off-brand paintbrushes, homemade wet palettes. I know I've got a proper, like, professionally made wet palette there, but homemade wet palettes, off-brand brushes, that kind of thing. It's all perfectly reasonable. Heck, the only reason I've got a proper painting handle is because this one's got a twist on it and a grip that works with my frankly knackered hands. Never anger nature when the trees can punt your troops. Interesting you should say that, Buff. My first ever game of Warhammer was a game of Lord of the Rings, and because it was done as a demo in the store, I said to the store assistant that was taking me through it that I wanted to play as the Ents. Nothing else, just the Ents. And the first thing I did was dropkick a hobbit. Can get exceptionally expensive if you buy entire armies at a time. It can, Hans, and if you're like me and you collect lots of different colours of paint, that can get quite expensive as well. Because I've got, you can see some of the paints back there, but I've also got a shelf full of paints over here. I've got my sandwich bag with all my blues in down there. You know, it adds up quickly. I mean, this is a decade's worth of paint collecting on my part, so it's not so bad. But I know some folks buy like big sets of paint, and some of those are like upwards of 90 quid, which is just scary. I think the most expensive single purchase I've had of a like hobbying variety was the Necron Tombstalker. I hadn't even played a single game of AOS. Me either, Hans. I don't have anyone to play it with. And I already have 3 armies for 40k. Welcome back, Podlord. At uni, one of my friends bought all of Citadel range. Fuck, I bet that weren't cheap. There we go. Are all of our stalks painted? I think we've got one little bit of stalk there that isn't. There we go. Ooh, awesome, Hibby. That's really nice. I'm glad that my vaguely artsy stream has given you the urge to draw, because your art is absolutely fucking stunning. For those that don't already know, the image on my Go Live tweet for Hobby Happy Hour of the raccoon painting the squig, Hibby drew that. It is a gorgeous bit of art. I absolutely adore it. And I was supposed to be announcing it this week, but I've had some issues with some of the pricing. I have set up a merch store where you can actually purchase things with that piece of art on, and as I will be doing with any art that is produced for me by another artist, a percentage of the profit from every item sold with that piece of art on will go back to Hibby. Because I'm of the opinion that I should continue to support an artist who has given me something that I can then make money off of. So yeah, Hibbs is going to get a cut of anything that I make on anything with the art that she drew on. And like I say, that goes the same for any other artist that's done stuff for me. So I've got a couple of pieces. The Adventures of Tantan that my friend Ryan Button did. He will get a cut of the profits from anything that's sold with that on as well. Oh, thank you, Torpor. This has been running around in my head for days, because I have heard a lot of it. Thank you, Hibby. You're a sweetheart. Okay, so I'm going to put some little yellow spots on here. Probably a little too much paint, but that's fine. It's actually worked out quite well. Okie dokie, Hans, you take care. It's been lovely to have you here. And same to you, Buff. You take care as well. Thank you for all the wonderful music. And actually, I think it's time, isn't it? So I will put these last few spots on. I haven't got much done with this today, but that's okay. It's been a interesting day. And it's been nice to chill out with you all. Right. Let's see. I did the smart thing. Awesome. Okay. So I will probably put the spots on the other little mushroom caps in my own time. But we made a bit of progress. We've got the base started. Next week we'll be able to start putting highlights on stuff. Very exciting. So, we want to go to this screen. Right. Massive thank you everyone for coming along today. I hope you've had a nice evening. Oh, this will be fun to go out to. I will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time for some more Hollow Knight. And then on Sunday at 12 p.m. UK time for some more Tales of Monkey Island. Hopefully, I will see you lovely folks for one, if not both of those streams. We're gonna raid Rustbot, as I said, as it's their birthday. So everybody pile in. And let's go give Rust a big retro raccoon happy birthday. Right. So, until I see you all next, as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands. And have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Now, go wish Rust a happy birthday from me. Bye.